Welcome to another episode of Nimsoli Explains with me, your host, Nimsoli. Today, I'm going to go over how to create a character with Beyond DND. But before I get started, I'd like to ask you to like, subscribe, and even share the channel with your friends so that we can continue to grow. I would really appreciate it. Now, let's get started. We'll start today by creating a character. There are uh, three different methods to create characters on D&D Beyond, and we'll do one episode on each. Today we're going to start with the standard method. So we'll click on that, and then we'll see here we can make some choices, include homebrew content, critical role content, Eberron, Magic the Gathering, Rick and Morty, non-core D&D content, enable dice rolling for the character. You've got some optional features such as optional class features, customize your origin. You can choose milestone or advancement. Most of my games have switched over to milestone. At least the ones that I run are all on milestone. Uh, Hit point total type, you've got fixed or manual. We'll go with fixed right now for simplicity. Feats, multi-class requirements, show level scaled spells. These will display and highlight available spells to cast with higher spell slots. So that's good if when you can upcast. Show level encumbrance type. You can choose use encumbrance, no encumbrance, or variant encumbrance. So whichever rules that your game uses, we use encumbrance. I ignore coin weight in my games, just that sort of thing. And then reverse the ability score. Some people like the scores on top. Other people like the modifiers on top. I'm a big believer in modifiers on top in 5th edition. So we'll click with that. And then you can be public or private. We'll click next. Now, I can only use the basic rules, the Elemental Evil Player's Companion, which these are free, and then the Player's Handbook, because that's one of the things that I bought. We're going to choose an elf, and I'm going to choose a high elf. We're going to make a wizard today. So it shows you all the abilities you get for playing an elf. I'll skip over that, but just know that it's all there. And then you can choose a cantrip. You get to choose one of the ones from the wizards list. We will go with prestidigitation in this case because I always like having that. Extra language, you get to choose a language of your choice. We'll go with Sylvan in this case since it's an elf. We're going to choose wizard as the class. You get to choose, it even highlights what it wants you to do next. So you can choose wizard spells, or wizard skills, I mean, which is Arcana, I like. And then we're going to choose investigation. Uh, so we've got an arcane investigator, let's say. And then spell casting, you get some spells, and then you get arcane recovery. And then that's it for now. Now, I think we get to choose our stats. So we can choose a generation method. They've got the standard array, which is you get to pick your stats from this list. You can do manual or rolled, which you can roll each one. Or you can do the point buy. Point buy is what I typically prefer. So we'll start out with a 15 intelligence, and it even shows you the total is a 16. We're going to go for a 14 dex. We're going to go for a 14 con. And then we're going to bump the wisdom up to 10 and the charisma up to 10. And there's our points. And you can see everything that happens here, how the modifiers get added, that kind of thing. And then background, we will go with the traditional sage background just to amuse me. We get to choose a proficiency. Let's do sleight of hand this time, just for something a little different. Uh, you got some characteristics, you can randomize them or that sort of thing. So we'll pick 2, and then there's the 2. Ideals, well, we can pick that, and then bonds. So all this stuff should get added to our character sheet. You can then choose your alignment. We'll just go with neutral for right now. Faith. I'm just going to pick midnight. I know that's not the current name, but I like midnight. We're going to go with comfortable. Wizards like their comfort. You can do your physical characteristics. I'm not going to fill all that in right now, but you see where it would happen. And then any notes, allies, enemies, backstories, you can put in there. And then next, starting equipment, we can do equipment or gold. I like starting equipment. So quarterstaff, an arcane focus. We will go with a rod in this case. Why not? Something a little different. Scholars pack because of the sage background. And add starting equipment. And then it allows you to modify your inventory. You've got other possessions. You can add items if you want. So it's all there. And it shows you your currency is 10 gold. And then now we can view our character sheet. Now the thing it didn't allow me to do is add spells. So we'll have to go back later and add the spells. But you can see here, this is our character. It's pretty simple and quick to make one. Well, I screwed up, but I caught it before I released the video. So let me show you where I screwed up, and that is about how to pick spells. So if you go over here, when you're selecting your class feature, there is a spells tab. It's kind of difficult to see, so that's how I missed it. If you notice here, you have prepared spells, you have spell book, and you have add spells. So you just add the spells that you want to have in your spell list. So let's do something like light and mage hand and minor illusion. I've already got, let's remove minor illusion and add prestidigitation. I like prestidigitation. We're going to filter spells by first level. And we can have 6 spells known. So we will choose Absorb Elements, Burning Hands. I've already got Shield. Detect Magic is always useful. Mage Armor is good. A Magic Missile is a good offensive spell. And I want Unseen Servant just for flavor. Then we go over here. Whoops, let's go back. Now we got the spells. Now we can add the spells to our prepared spell list. So go to the spell books, and then we can, it says that we can only have 4 prepared, but we can actually do more because a few are from a feat. So we'll choose Mage Armor and Absorb Elements and Magic Missile and Burning Hands. The others are rituals, so they'll come in useful throughout the campaign. And there you go. That's how you add spells to your character in D&D Beyond. Well, you've seen now how to create a character in D&D at least one way, D&D Beyond, that is. Next time, we'll go over the next method of creation, and I hope it's something you can use in your game. saves you some time perhaps. Until next time, keep gaming.